I know that Game 1 has already been played of the NBA Finals. I know that we are going to be covering it ad nauseum all day today, bothering you at every turn. I just wanted the audience and everyone here to know that before Game 1 was ever played, my father stormed into the studio, and he was as enraged as I've ever seen him. It was an odd thing because my father has been watching what has been happening with Heat coverage for a while, and my father is insane with rage and fury that our show and in general America doesn't understand that he was the most right about the Miami Heat. Jeremy Taché wants to think he's the most right. Obnoxious Mike Ryan wants to think he's the most right. Parakeet Cortez, who was a bad half in Boston from changing his Twitter avatar to Panthers gear because he was so terrified of what was happening in Boston. My father has never wavered. My father told us, and we have the sound, and my father's mad that we haven't played the sound. So I'm going to play the sound in a second. My father told us when I didn't believe or no one believed. They eked past Chicago. They were down 3 with 3 minutes left at home against Chicago. So, Papi, the floor is yours. I don't want to talk for you anymore. You tell the people why you came in here enraged. You tell the people why you've been yelling at me for 2 weeks because we haven't been playing this sound that I'm about to play for the audience.
Because I made that prediction a long time ago, about 3 weeks ago. I said, oh, now you're going to see a Heat team that nobody else has seen in the playoff. Your buddy, when they had their wall against, their back against the wall against the Bulls. And what happened? I said, oh, now they're going all the way in, and they're going to go all the way in, and they went all the way in. In the meantime, all these high-paid analysts, I don't want to mention names, TNT, ESPN, oh, yeah, they are dead. They cannot, they're not going to make it, even if they win if they lose in Miami.
I need to calm you down.
That's right. If they lose in Miami, they don't got a chance in Boston. Or they are going to have their ass, in Boston. They were wrong. Are they going to lose their job? No. Are they going to get a cut in pay? No. What are they going to do? Keep predicting what is the obvious. They're going to say, oh, the Nuggets are going to win. Oh, Denver, the altitude. And you know what? The Heat are going to win it all.
Okay. Well, you've said that before.
My man.
He's crazed. If you thought, by the way, that Mike and Parakeet Cortez and Jeremy Taché are obnoxious, this is the father of obnoxious right here on Heat stuff. My father's been on television.
You're obnoxious?
Physically tearing his shirt apart, screaming when they win, red-faced with obnoxious, cartoonish, colorful glory. But let's play. My father didn't sound quite that aggressive. That cartoonish, what you hear in his voice now is not the way that he made this pathetic prediction when he made it, because he was scared and he's a bit of a fraud hiding behind a mask. Let's play the sound of my father, but not with the same energy that he has now. How will history be made tonight in a play-in game between the Chicago Bulls and the Miami Heat for an 8th seed?
Well, this is the beginning of a hell of a run.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's it, buddy. That's it. The Heat are going to show everybody what they are made of tonight.
You can't have a hell of a run unless you start.
You got to start at some point.
That is true.
And I don't want to be in Chicago's shoes now.
We're manufacturing and mustering, trying to get to something that felt anything close to 2010 through 2014. And Jimmy Butler got us to some bubble facsimile, but now it feels kind of over.
It does.
And my father is saying,
no, he just had a bad game. That's all against, what's the name, Atlanta, the Hawks, That's all. He's entitled to have one bad game. But from now on, Jimmy's back in town, buddy.
That means nothing.
That doesn't mean anything.
But he was in town last time.
That means nothing. The Jimmy's back in town means nothing. He can't muster it. Is the problem?
What do you mean? Well, I tell you, you better record this discussion.
We are recording.
3 weeks from today, you are going to be in your words.
Mark it down.
Mark it down.
I mean, Papi, how about
Papi.
We marked it down. We marked it down.
God, we recorded it.
Good thing we were recording.
Yeah, as opposed to all the other times we have in front of microphones.
Right.
My father just took off his headset and cupped his ear to the crowd like Duncan Robinson. Just, Papi, I want to understand, because you need to explain to the people what is happening with the analysis. You've been yelling about the mainstream media for 10 years when it comes to Heat coverage, and more recently, if I can get you to calm down just a little bit, name some names. Who is getting paid a bunch of money to get it wrong all the time? Name some names.
Well, you got the Stephen A. Smith in ESPN. You know, he makes a lot of money, like $50 million a year. He can make a prediction. Then you got the Senor Barkley in TNT. You know, he can make a right prediction either. Then you got Kenny Smith in TNT, you know. And I can go on and on.
Please
and
do.
on
But
and
please,
on.
I want
And there
you to
was
go.
a talking head today that says in ESPN, oh, I don't know that, but the Heat, they don't have a chance with the Denver, you know. Oh, I love the Heat, and I think very highly of them, but they don't have a chance. I forgot the guy's name, you know. But that's another big funny that is on TV
Well,
making
what
a
did he
lot of
look
money.
like?
I don't know. I mean, you know, they got a million talking heads in ESPN, so
But
they
all
don't
of
have
the-
somebody like me making the right call at all times, predicting the game before the game. That's what makes me different. I make a prediction before the game and comes through. I make an analysis before the game and comes through. These guys, you know, they talk about the game after the game. Anybody can do that.
Well, ESPN did have you, but
And game 1 was last night.
you got tired of working for them, and then just walked off the set one day after bluffing them, saying you better pay me more in a holdout, and then they paid you more, and they called your bluff.
Yeah, what can I tell you?
Yeah, that's how that went. And the ESPN had your analysis, which was the most homerific analysis that has ever been on ESPN. But I'm scared of Jokic. You should be scared of Jokic.
Jokic? No, he's going to get into foul trouble. He has never faced a team in the playoff like the Heat. You know what I mean? Plus, he has weak ankles. That's another thing.
He does?
That's true.
Yes,
right.
very true. We saw a little bit of that last night.
Plus, the Heat, they got somebody that is ready for him. His name is Gabe Vincent, buddy. I tell you one thing, that kid is something else.
That's my father's favorite.
That's right.
Gabe
Vincent.
Gabe Vincent.
Gabe.
that's
Gabe
right.
Gabe.
Vincent.
Gabe.
Vincent.
Gabe.
Gabe. Well, he knows. He knows.
That's what a
He
B
knows
is. That's what a B
his
is.
name. You know your
He
name,
knows it.
Gabe.
Bob's- he knows it.
Gabe,
He
you
knows
know
it.
your name,
You know
Gabe.
your name,
Yeah.
Gabe.
Come on.
Babovka.
Come on.
But that is your favorite.
He's my guy. He's my point guard.
Do we have some sound back there of Charles Barkley talking about the hockey team in South Florida as well? Just because I want people to know what the rivalry is between my father and Barkley. It's an intense one. And let's play that sound.
And I'm going to just tell y'all something. Sergei Babovka is the goalie for the Panthers.
Papi, what is the name of the goalie for the Panthers?
What's the guy's name? I forgot. It's a Russian guy. What's the guy's name?
So far, so good.
Sergei Bobrovsky. There you are.
Better than Barkley.
That's
Let's-
better.
Sergei Babovka.
Sergei Bobrovsky.
Sergei Babovka.
Sergei Bobrovsky.
Sergei Babovka.
Bob Grosky.
He nailed it. That's right.
He did nail it. What is the problem between you and Barkley? How did the information get back to you that Barkley guaranteed, he said, Fat Dan Le Batard and his fat Papi
Fat Daddy.
and his fat daddy and the lovely Miss Lourdes, he guaranteed that they would be coming back to Miami for another game or going back to Boston for
That's the one. That's right. Going back to Boston. They don't have a chance in Boston. Are you kidding me? They didn't win the big one. Number 6, that was the big one. Now they're going to get their asses whipped in Boston. I guarantee it. So what happened? The guy keeps making millions of dollars. He get to keep his job. That's all. It shouldn't be like that. At that level, you made a mistake, and that's it. They should throw your ass in the street.
he guaranteed that they would win in Boston, and then they did win in Boston. He got that particular guarantee he got correct.
Yeah, so what, you know? He said that if the Heat loses game number 6 at home, they don't have a chance in Boston.
He did
was
say
wrong.
that. He did. He was wrong about
Yeah.
that. What is the nature of your feud with Barkley?
I don't have a feud with Barkley. I don't got a feud with the guy.
Well, what's his problem with you?
We doesn't like the Heat, and I like the Heat. There's a difference of opinion.
How do you know Jokic has bad ankles?
Oh, I know that. I can see it in his face. I can see it.
Wow! Put it on the poll, Juju. Can you see that that Jokic has bad ankles in his face?
Let's hear the man out.
Opposite
I
end
can
of the
see
body.
that. Yeah.
He doesn't seem like he has great ankles.
No, he's not properly distributed. You know, his weight. You know, he got more weight in one ankle than the other one. I'm telling you, I'm good at that. Analyzing those things.
Whose face can you see on the Heat that has good ankles that you could see for sure because of their face? They have good ankles.
Oh, Gabe Vinson. He got solid ankle.
Gabe Vincent.
He did turn his ankle.
He did.
He did, but he's still
against
back in
Boston.
business.
But he
He's
was
still
back pretty quickly.
Because he's got good ankles.
That would have he would the normal player would have missed 7 months.
That's right. But Gabe bounced right back.
Not good old Gabe.
I am really rooting for Jokic to turn an ankle. Not for fandom, and I feel bad for the guy, but I really want Papi to continue his hot streak of being right.
No, you do also want him to just turn his ankle.
Yeah.
That's okay. I think you're not supposed to root for injury under any circumstances. But if it's just a minor tweak.
A little tweak. It's something that he can play through, but it'll hinder him.
Well, I mean, Tyler Hero has been out for the entire playoff.
Yeah, people forget.
And the Butcher was rooting for Tyler to be
Radko
Gudas?
No, that's Tom Thibodeau. He says that
the
Tom
other Butcher,
Thibodeau
yeah,
looks like the Butcher. He looks like a Butcher.
What are your thoughts on Matthew Tkachuk?
Mackie get shot.
Yeah, Matthew Tkachuk.
That's okay. He will take care of the guy. Don't worry about it.
What?
Well,
No, he's
no,
a
he doesn't
Panther.
play for the Nuggets. He plays for the Panthers.
Oh, he does? Okay. Somebody with a very close last name plays for the Nuggets. What's the guy?
Tkachuk?
Yeah, I
that's
think so.
Let's follow him here. I think he's on to something.
let's.
Yeah.
Does Barkov need to get it going?
Barkov. Oh, yeah, Barkov is another guy that plays for the, is it the Nuggets?
No, it's
No,
all right.
no, it's
You only got enough bandwidth for the Heat. It's fine.
It's fine. He doesn't have enough time for what is the goalie? What is the name of the goalie for the Panthers?
Sergio Bibaskovic.
Sergey Babakov.